Hello and welcome to SINCON 2021. And as you've realised, this is a purely virtual conference due to COVID. But thank you so much for supporting us. We really appreciate it. I'm Adrian. I run Alienate Security and a little event in London called 44Com. And for me, it's the three C's. It's coffee, cycling, and Cynthia. I went to Royal Holloway in 1999, which does feel like the last century, where I met Emil, who went to Royal Holloway a few years later, but this is how it all started and came about. Emil runs the Div0 project and has a new thing called Red Alpha that you should look up. He still likes coffee, which is a good thing, but he's also a bit of a whiskey hipster. But I'm sure this is all going to work. So in 2018, we were at Raffles. In 2019, we were at the Marina Bay Sands. 2020, we were virtual, but it was really actually still in 2020 a special feeling because we were trying to figure out a way forward to cope in these COVID times. And sadly, due to COVID being a mutating thing, the vaccination is going very well in Singapore, which is fantastic. We're having to be virtual again in 2021. We renamed the event to SINCON after the first couple of editions because we felt that Singapore deserves something with its own name, and this is the result. And we have a shiny new logo for this year that Emil got sorted, and it looks very bling. We are hoping to have the physical event again next year, 2022, and this image is a hint of where it's going to be. It's also where we should have been this year, but things didn't work out. I would really like to thank everyone involved in fighting COVID-19. Everyone in healthcare has really worked their absolute best, and the vaccine scientists have knocked it out of the park. They have done things that are scientifically incredibly difficult. And in the year since really Pfizer particularly found a way of making the first vaccine, they're using the vaccine delivery techniques to help solve other medical problems. So, at a time of war, technology speeds up, industry speeds up. During COVID, the whole healthcare and pharmaceutical industries have sped up. Now, they've had to obviously take other concerns while they've been doing these things. They've never been bigger targets for criminals and bad actors on the internet, for example. So best of luck to everyone in those organizations. This year, again, we're based on Discord because we tried using some of the virtual conference hall technologies, and to be honest, they didn't really add very much. I mean, you got the feeling that you were walking something round, but when it came to it, you still had to type in a little box to someone who then replied in a little box to you, and you couldn't see the context of conversations with other people. So really, Discord seems to be still the best tool for conferencing. And maybe we'll have this even when the conference is physical next year to allow people who can't get to the conference to communicate. You got a ticket, you're here. You've got on Discord, you're here. We'd now like you to engage on Discord.
So thank you very much, Adrian, for a quick introduction. Yeah, so for this year, really excited to share all the lineup we have for you for this year's SINCON 2021. We have lots of talks, as you can see here. And how Discord is being organized is each of the talk, there is an individual channel that you can use to interact with the speakers, ask them questions, make full use of it to talk to all the experts that we gathered for SINCON 2021. On top of talks, we have workshops, hands-on workshops. And for our first day, we actually have a 8-hour-long shell coding workshop as well, so don't miss that out. And tomorrow we have 2 car hacking or car security workshop, as well as a GNU Linux user space workshop lots of exciting lineup for 2021. This year, we kind of outdo ourselves a little bit as compared to last year, and that's kind of what made the whole volunteering team crazy for a bit, is we open up a whole new track, which is the open BizCom track. So as you can see here, there's lots more talks that you all can learn from all the various different professionals, practitioners from all over the world. There are some talks that were initially for the main stage, which are only accessible for our paid members or our paid ticket holders, but we bump it up to open stage as well. So those who did not get the ticket this year, you can also get to enjoy a little bit more of in-depth expert talk as well. And throwing a bit of bone as well, we put a workshop at the end of today on which Big K will be talking about Pole Machine. In our exhibition for you, lots of our sponsors will be there, so talk to them. Over here, you will see that each of them have 2 booths, right? So it's their organizations, an info booth and their main booth. So the info booth is where they have put it, where they have put information up there for you, for your browsing, for you to better understand their organizations, our sponsors' organizations, their service and product offerings, and so on and so forth, and some of the insights they will really want to share with all of you. So do check that out. And of course, interact with our sponsors, talk to them. They have lots to share. And they are featuring a couple of talks in the BizCom track as well. So talk to them, right? Interact with them. As usual, for any of our SINCON, we have our kampongs, right? Which stands for in village in Malay, which is a domain-specific or a subject-specific booth. So this year we have 3 kampongs. We have the AI security kampong, car security as usual, and the career kampong. Touch a little bit more about each of them later on. For AI security, in terms of for CTF this year, is run by our AI security kampong, right? So this is going to be a very exciting one that we are doing a AI security CTF. I don't think I've seen that anywhere else in the world before. So do check it out. It's going to be really amazing. For our car security kampong, they are focusing on delivering a couple of talks as well as 2 runs of hands-on workshop that you can SSH VPN into their hardware, their car security hardware. You can get hands on that. All right. Now, you'll see a lot of emojis everywhere, all the badges everywhere in various different people's name. If you're confused what's going on, there is a What's What channel. So check that out. That's a quick badge legend. So all the crews, we are here to help all of you, right? So you see a little gear sign that's us, or our name highlighted in purple. Feel free, just come and talk to us if you have any questions or anything. Our speakers and workshop instructors will have a microphone, so talk to them, and you can identify the kampong crew by the robots as well as the car emojis in their name. Really big thank you to our patron. You can see a special badge beside their name. So patrons are, well, our patrons that paid a little bit more of in the ticket price, or a ticket price to support the functioning of our conference to keep us going. And all the sponsors are identified by their sponsorship tier. So again, talk to all of them, including a couple of our partners. Now, if you're new to SINCON, there is a currency that is actually floating around, which is called stars. The whole idea of the whole conference, it's during the conference is participate actively and earn stars. The more stars you earn, you get higher chance of getting lucky draws, right? So the more stars you have, the more entries you get into your lucky draw, the higher chance you get into, or you get, win something in our lucky draw pool, which will show, we'll review our lucky draw prices later. Okay, so how do you earn stars or coins? Is by participating in talks, workshops, CTF, interact with sponsors. So anything goes. Talk to our sponsors, talk to our speakers, interact actively, fill out the feedback forms, you earn stars. Traditionally, if you look at the little background over here, which is all the blue and the reddish, it's actually a wristband. At the background, it's actually a wristband. So traditionally, what happened is, if you're hiring, or if you're hiring or you are trying to find a new job, or you are talent for hire, you get a wristband from us. Of course, we now it's virtual. We can't really wear a wristband showing around. In a virtual platform, we actually give you a badge if you are hiring. So go to our career kampong, right? Tell us that you're hiring. We give you a briefcase. If you are looking for a job, tell us as well. We'll give you a badge. And if you're looking for internship, a different special badge. So just go over to career kampong and talk to us. And if you're hiring, you can go to career kampong and post your job posting. Also, again, check out the sponsors booth. Some of them have career openings that they will be posting in their booth as well. So if you're interested to work with them, just talk to them, ask them. Okay, so there are many, like I said earlier, there are many different ways to earn stars, to earn coins, to participate in lucky draws. Right, so now you have gotten your tickets, you're part of Discord, really engage in all our talks, talk to our sponsors, join our workshops. I'm sure you're gonna have a very, very fun 2 days learning with everyone else. And if you get 20 stars of all the engagement, all your participation, you get a certification or certificate of participation. And last year, we have a very nicely designed digital badge that you can put on your Credly amongst all your other certification or any other credentials that you have in your electronic credential wallet. And this year, we haven't finalized our design, but you get the idea. It will pretty much be what designed around the current steampunk, Great Gatsby inspired logo for 2021. So what is in our lucky draw this year? We have 5 prizes. We have prize vouchers to give away. First prize at 150, followed by 120, 90, 50, 30. So, for this year, you will see various different participants with either green or a blue name. So with those with a blue name, you actually got an open ticket, which is free. But we don't, there's no prejudice. We still allow you to participate in the some part of the lucky draw. But if you are patron or standard holder, you actually are qualified. Only you are qualified of more additional special lucky draw prizes as well. So big thank you to all our sponsors. Without our sponsors, the ticket price will not be what it is. If you just imagine, just look at the content that we have, look at the workshops that we have, and you're just paying about what, $20? Unheard of. And that we are able to do all this is all because of our sponsors. So really big thank you to them, and really encourage all of you to engage with them and talk to them and thank them. Right? Again, without them, it's impossible to pull all this off. So thank you very much. I am going through all the lists because I really want to personally thank all our sponsors: Checkmarks, Group 8, Positive Technology, NextGen Group, Micro Focus, Red Alpha, Sophos, Westcon, Menlo Security, Yes We Hack, Center for Cybersecurity, CSIT, eShut, Infinity Consulting, SANS Institute, SoftCheck, Alienate Security, EC Council and Wyson, Horangi Cybersecurity, Centurion, Kaspersky, and Star Labs. Thank you very much, all our sponsors. So we have something called Sponsors Passport. So if you want to learn more about them, I do highly encourage you to interact. Just click on this little widget, which is kind of a reaction to the post. Once you click on it, we'll pass your contact information to our sponsors, and they in turn will keep you in loop in their communication, then you can continue learning more from our sponsors. If you realize that if you actually want more stars and want more lucky draw chances, that's pretty much a tips of where you can gather as many stars as possible. So that's it. Welcome to SINCON 2021, and I'm sure y'all gonna have a really fun time. And that's it for, well, Adrian and I guess. So next up, I would like to welcome our keynote, two of our keynotes talk, which is on strengthening, starting with our first keynote with strengthening ICT supply chain resilience by Genie, followed by a very exciting keynote on blind spots of platform security, hardware, firmware challenges by Alex Microsoft. So that's it, and welcome our keynote speakers. Thank you.